Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to start my weekly reading vlog for in August. So it is July 30th, but I'm starting the vlog right after I finish my filming for Sunday the 30th. So we're just going to continue from here since I don't want to start on Tuesday. It just doesn't make much sense. So I only have another couple hours before I have to leave to go to my parents' house. So I will have to make a decision about if I'm listening to an audiobook on the way down or not. I haven't listened to an audiobook in over a week, and I'm not sure how that's going to go. So just really quick, I'm not reading anything actively right now. I have a lot of books that I have started and put aside that I might pick up at some point. But right now, I don't know what I'm going to read, so we'll see what happens. I do want to show kind of really quick some of the options. These are 2 audiobooks that I could pick up today, but I might pick up something else that I own. We'll see. So I have the 10,000 Stitches by Olivia Atwater, or The Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie N. Holmberg. So I don't know. I might pick up one of those. We'll see what happens. I do at some point this week, due to the spinner wheel, I picked up the Night Circus as a self-destruct book. So I might pick up this soon. I don't think I'm going to pick it up until I get back from my parents' house, because again, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. So but I think I might pick this up tomorrow afternoon, or on Monday, or not Monday, that's Monday, on Tuesday the 1st, because this is the first thing that I spun from my TBR video, a self-destruct book that I want to try, because I'm not sure I'm even going to like it. I think I'm going to DNF it. You never know. I did spin the wheel just now for my my weekly reading update, and it said a series about series books. So I am thinking maybe I might read The Sinful Ways of Jamie Mackenzie by Jennifer Ashley, which would be the last book that's been published in the Mackenzie McBride series that I've been working on this year. So I have just this one book. So I don't know if I'm in a historical fiction mood, or romance. This is a romance. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious, because this is the son of one of the main characters, Lord Ian Mackenzie. It's his son. So I'm not sure how I feel about it, because it'll be later in the timeline. We'll see. Or I might pick up What a Dragon Should Know by G.A. Aiken, which is book 3 in the Dragonkin series, which I restarted and have read the second book, but this is book number 3. So it's a kind of a chunky fantasy romance. These are dragon shifters, and they're just hilarious. And because it's, again, G.A. Aiken is the same as Shelley Lawrenston. So they're just outrageous and crazy. I'm not sure why it's so long. So anyway, so I might pick up that. We'll see. Or I might pick up the next House Witch 2, which is the second one in this trilogy. So this is cozy fantasy about a house witch at the castle of the king and how it all affects everybody that works there. Or I might pick up Small Miracles by Olivia Atwater, because I started this earlier this year, but I was waiting to get the paperback, and I finally got the paperback because it had footnotes, so it's hard to read it on the Kindle. But I might read this. This is the SBFBO. I still don't think I'm saying that right. Number 8, Winner. So I do want to read this, and as I said, she wrote Half a Soul, which I adore. So I do kind of want to read this one about angels who are are trying to get somebody to sin in some way. I'm not sure. So I don't know what I'm going to pick up. Those are just kind of all the options. I just thought I'd kind of throw it out there. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. So as I said, I'm just starting this vlog, and of course, because I'm sitting here, Cooper came back. So we're gonna start here, and we'll see how the vlogging goes. What an introduction. Okay, it is Monday morning, and I'm just getting ready to leave my parents' house. I'm in one of their guest rooms. Anyway, oh, I have to open the shades. I forgot, because they have plants in here. Anyway, good point. So I did start The Orphans of Raspberry by Louis McMaster Bujold, which is the book 7, I think, in the Pendrick and Desdemona series. This is a fantasy series that I have been reading these novellas earlier in the year, and then I kind of took a break because I read so many. I read 6 of them, and I think I have 5 left, so this is number 7, I believe. So I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty short, and Pendrick is been kidnapped by pirates and is about to be sold as a slave, and he takes on these 2 young girls who are orphans who are trying to get to their father, and so it's kind of fun. Anyway, so that's kind of it. I will check in later today probably on what I pick up physically, because I haven't started or decided what I'm gonna read physically. I bought like 3 books. And of course I didn't read anything. When I got to bed last night, I was just so tired. But I had a really great time with my cousin and her husband and my parents. So I am going to head home. And then, as I said, it's a vacation day for me. So I'm gonna do my normal weekend things like the dishes. I did the dishes, but I have to do the laundry and then be ready for work tomorrow. But we'll see. I will check in later with my reading. Okay, so I'm home. I'm just started the laundry, so you might hear that in the background. So just to do an update, I did finish The Orphans of Raspe, I think, by Louis McMaster Bujold. So this is number, did I say 7, I believe, as a Pendrick and Desdemona novella. I really enjoyed the audiobook. I think it's Grover Garfield or something like that. Really good audiobooks. I get them from the library, and so I just picked that up. I had it as a backup from the library that was waiting for me, so I kind of decided to just do it, and I will probably read the next one soon. I do want to finish this series this year, and as I said, now I have 4 left of them to read. But this one I really enjoyed because it had pirates, but bad pirates, and then Pendrick is trying to, and Desdemona are trying to save these 2 young girls. And it was pretty good. Anyway, so I finished that partway home. I had to take a detour. The road I normally take, Highway 20, from my parents' house after I get a coffee, and then I head back on 20 towards towards I-5. They blocked it off, like most of it. So they took us on these back roads to another way to get to Albany, and I had never been on that road. I had no idea where it was. I don't know Albany as well as I used to as a kid, you know, because I used to live in Corvallis, and so we went to Albany a lot. No idea where it was. I did find my way back to 20, Highway 20, but I was unsure. It was an interesting journey. Anyway, but that meant I listened to my audio maybe just a little bit more than I planned. So I stopped at a rest stop because my audiobook was almost done, and I didn't have to use the restroom. Well, I did. I don't know. Anyway, so I stopped anyway. And I finished. I sat in my car and listened to the last like 7-8 minutes after that. And then I had to decide what I was going to listen to next because I still had over an hour to get home. So I picked up Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie N. Holmberg. So I don't know the narrators yet because there's 2 of them at least. There might be 3 actually. It's a good audiobook. As I said, this is a world. It's like our world, but there's magic, and there are houses that are enchanted houses, and so they're very rare nowadays. The nowadays is like 1846, but we get a little past look at 1846 is where the main story is, and the other story is like like the teens to the 20s to, I think we're in the 30s now. So it's like there's like this other timeline in England while we're following, what does it say? Merritt, poor guy. He inherits this enchanted house, and he's pretty much disowned from his family. I don't know yet why. And so I don't know, but he inherited this house from his grandmother, but he doesn't know why. And he gets there and the house won't let him out. It's enchanted, so it's kind of like the house is sentient in some way, and there is Hulda comes, and she is kind of a housekeeper, but for enchanted houses. So she has all the training to deal with the magic of the houses, and so it's her and him trying to figure out how to put a handle on this. And then again, there's this backstory about this man who, as a child, was somehow learned to gather magic in a different way. And again, this is a world where magic is disappearing very rapidly every generation. So magic is important where they can keep it, which is why the houses are important. And it's funny. It's funny. And then it's sad in the other timeline, or hard to read the other timeline. So anyway, I'm really enjoying this. As I said, I got, what did I get? I got 66 pages in. So this will be my audiobook for the first part of the week, because I still have like, you know, quite a few hours left on this, but I am enjoying this. So I'm going to continue that on audio. I don't know yet what I'm going to pick up physically. I have choices. So once I decide on something, I will let you know. Okay. Hopefully this vlog thing's going. I don't know. Oh, okay. Just a quick update. I know it's kind of weird. I have the screens on and the blinds closed because it's so bright outside today. So since I got home, which I just talked to you about that, I have been sitting here and playing on my computer to do my series tracker. So I've started that. I put in every series that I've touched so far this year. I haven't done all that. I know a lot of people do the colors, so I'm going to try to do that of what books I read, when, like what year, maybe, or at least ones I've read and which ones I haven't read. And I'm keeping track of ongoing, like the ones that I'm continuing or I'm up to date on, and then also the ones I'm DNFing, and then I can't remember what my other. Well, and then I finished. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, and Cooper is upset because I've been at the computer for 3 hours. So anyway, I'm done now. I've done, because it's a vacation day, and this was my fun thing that I just decided to do this afternoon. So now I'm gonna go hang out with the cats and or lay on the couch and have them have fun. But I'm just gonna briefly just show a clip of kind of what I'm doing. We'll see. Okay, just real quick. I have other spreadsheets that do a lot of things, but I wanted to make a separate series tracker, as I've seen on other people. So far this is kind of what it looks like. This is all I have. Again, I haven't color coded anything, but what I've done is I put it in by last name of the author, and then first name, and then the series name. And some of these are going to have multiples because, again, I have multiple series from them. Yes, kitty. And then what I've done is I have put every title in for the series. Now, some of them have some novellas and stuff, ebooks that I'm not counting, and then some of them I have every ebook and everything because I've read them all. So it just depends. Some of these are really long series, as you can see. So I have a lot. Again, all these series I've touched at least or started a book from that or reread something from it so far. So I have, and then I also put the 2 Kickstarters that I have read a little bit on, the Brandon Sanderson one, and then because I just don't know how to track this one yet, but I put those there for now. But anyway, so I have, like, as I said, and then I have the statuses on in this part of the spreadsheet is continuing, which means there's more books in the series, and then or up to date, so I'm up to date. There's no more books coming out this year, so that works. And then I have my finished ones, so I will have these all highlighted that I read all these. So those are the only series I've finished this year so far. And then I have my DNFs of series. So anyway, that's kind of just a glimpse at it. I'm going to do some more work on it. And again, I do have other spreadsheets. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But anyway, I have a lot. I like to play with the spreadsheets. Anyway, what's wrong? They're both whining at me. I think he wants me to sit down. This is Truman. That was Cooper over there. So Truman has laid over here, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta decide what I'm gonna read. I don't know what I'm gonna read. Let's find out. Okay, guys, so it's just about 6:30. I'm about to go make dinner of some sort. Cooper is here because I'm talking, so he's gotten close. Truman's up on the top of the bookcase. Anyway, so I decided to pick up The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is the book that is my self-destruct book that I haven't tried yet, and my spinner wheel on my TBR video was Self-Destruct. So I picked one of those books. I still have just over half of them to get through to make decisions on. So this was one of them. Okay, so this one I've known a long time about this book. I just have never picked it up. I got it at a library book sale at some point because I just thought, oh, I should try it because it started in NaNoWriMo and I should do that. And I know that this has mixed reviews. I know some people love this novel, and I know other people who hate this novel or didn't make it through or DNF'd it. So I'm reading it, and I'm 60 pages in. So because this book is just a little bit over 500 pages, I'm over 10% into this book, and I'm feeling kind of meh. Like I don't feel anything really, except that the two men who are dealing with this competition. So this has to do with some competition between two magicians, and it starts from when they are picked as kids for this. And I hate those guys who made the bet or whatever, you know, for the competition. And again, I can't, just mean. Anyway, so I don't know. This book, as I said, it's, I think it's written really well. I think I feel weird about this. I'm not sure what's missing for me, but there's something emotionally missing for me with the characters. I mean, I definitely feel more for the kids, you know, that start out as kids in this. I think they're the ones I'm more drawn to. But there's a lot of stuff going on that I'm just like, I know it's early still, so it's not like I'm worried about being confused or anything. It's not that. It's just I'm not feeling very much, except my anger at the two older men. I don't know. So I might read a little bit more of this tonight and make a decision. I'm just kind of about it. Like, I'm like, it's okay. I'm not sure it's for me. I don't think it's for me. Really, I don't think it's my kind of magic or, you know, kind of stuff. I don't know. There's something about it that is holding me back, like, of not caring. So anyway, I'm going to read it a little bit more, probably after dinner, and make a decision. But, you know, I mean, I could probably set this down right now and just never read it again. Like, I don't think it would matter. I do want to give it just a few more chapters to see if it changes my mind, but I don't think it will, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do that before I fully give up on this and DNF it, and, you know, then it self-destructs. So we'll see. Anyway, that's kind of my update for right now. Okay, so it's about, well, now an hour and a half later. I have continued to read. I read 75 more pages, and I did give this a good chance. I got to 135, and I just don't care. So this is a DNF. I don't think it's written badly. I don't think it's a bad story. I think there are questions and things that I had that I would like to know the answers to, but I'm just bored. Like, they're to me, the characters, I'm seeing all the bad qualities of them that I don't like. I mean, I don't like that. But the ones that are supposed to be like the main characters, I don't know a lot about them. Like, they feel so fuzzy. Like, there's not enough about them, and I don't care because I don't know them, and I feel very, I mean, I feel sad for their childhoods and stuff. I just feel that so much is missing that should be in here. The story moves fast, though. This is written really short, very short chapters most of the time. There's only a few that are kind of long. Most of them are very short. The scenes move by very fast. There's dialogue. There's a lot of description. Maybe a little bit too much description sometimes on things that I don't think are important, but I mean, that happens in a lot of things. So, but I think, my problem is I don't care about the characters. They're not endearing themselves to me by their actions, either by the fact that they do something that I don't like, which again happens. I mean, that's not always a reason to stop. But a lot of it is I feel like I don't know them and I'm not getting to know them. I mean, I'm 135 pages in and all we keep introducing is more characters, and not really getting to know who's supposed to be the main, I thought was supposed to be the main characters. So I don't feel like they are the center of the story as much as I think they should by over 100 pages into the book. And that's just my opinion. Again, I know people who love this book. I'm sure it was a great book for you. I just don't care enough to continue, and I have too many books on my bookshelf to keep reading books that I just don't care enough about to continue, and I have no good reason to read it. It was not for any challenge. I put out my self-destruct list this year because I wanted to get some books off my shelf that either I had started in the past and this never completed, and so I want to finish, try give them one more try before I get rid of them, or there are books like this that I bought kind of just because I'd heard about them and I wanted to see how I felt about it, and so it's been on my shelf for a couple of years and I hadn't picked it up at all. I had no intention of picking it up until I put it on that list because I wanted to try it and decide for myself, and I've decided this is not for me. So anyway, that's it for probably July. Another DNF. I've had a lot of DNFs this July, which happens. Anyway, of course, a couple of them are soft DNFs, but still. So I don't know what I'm going to read next, or if I'm going to start anything, because it's now almost 8 o'clock. So, and I do have to go to work tomorrow. Vacation. I've had one vacation day. Maybe I should have taken another one. Oh, well, I didn't think that far ahead. Anyway, so I'm going to pick something else. I'm sure the next spinner wheel thing I had from Sunday's video, my update, is to pick something for my series about series. So there is an option of I might pick up the next Dragonkin book, which is What a Dragon Should Know by G.A. Aiken, which is book 3 in that series. I also have, I can't reach it, The Sinful Ways of Jamie Mackenzie by Jennifer Ashley, which is the last book I need that's published in this series, so then I would be caught up on that series. And I think that's it of what I have. Yeah, everything else is other series I want to get to. So these are options. I don't know what I'm going to pick up. I don't know what I feel like right now because I don't know. Anyway, this vlog is going to be so long. I'm so sorry. But I don't vlog very often, but I still talk a lot. So anyway, I will probably check in tomorrow, and I will let you know what I'm reading. Yes, Truman's cute. He's on top of the bookcase. He's the only one who jumps that high. Cooper is scared to jump that high, but Truman is a good boy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so it is what? Oh, Tuesday? Tuesday afternoon or evening now. I've lost time. So I'm home from work and, I've done a few things. Yeah, anyway. But I did decide to finish the audiobooks that I had started yesterday, Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie N. Holmberg. So I actually really enjoyed this. The audiobook was really well done. As I said, it had 3 narrators for the different POVs, and I really enjoyed this. When I bought this a couple months ago, I didn't know that this was going to be a series. I bought this thinking it was a standalone, like, cozy fantasy, and I would still say it's a cozy fantasy, but it's more of a cozy New England fantasy, I guess I want to say. So it's because it takes place in the historical 1846 is the main timeline. So anyway, I really enjoyed this. I'm really glad that I picked this up kind of on a whim. I mean, I had it. So what happened is I think I bought the book, and then either right after I bought it or not too long afterwards, it was a Kindle deal or something because I bought it for really cheap. So I didn't need the audiobook. I could have read it physically. And, there's good and bad things to reading a fantasy on audio. This one worked out really well. I didn't have as much problems because it was an urban fantasy or sort of historical fantasy. So I really love the characters in here, and it was just it was a good time. Sorry, I'm not holding this very well. Anyway, so I have finished that. So I'm not sure for sure what audiobook I'm going to pick up tomorrow. We'll see when I get in the car. But tonight I'm going to start reading What a Dragon Should Know. I didn't get very far last night, as I said, or did I check-in. I don't remember. I only got like 35 pages in last night, and I didn't read anything at work today because we had a lunch with people with my with one of the head guys, or not the head guy. Well, he's anyway, not my boss, but somebody who is in charge of the area that I work in. It's hard to explain because again, my purchasing, I'm connected to them because I'm in the same area, but my boss is at a different location. Anyway, point is we had lunch, we had burgers and stuff, and that was a whole thing. Anyway, so that's kind of, I'm gonna go make dinner because I'm kind of late. I didn't feel like doing anything right when I got home because we had we had burgers and potato salad and Doritos Cool Ranch for lunch. It was really good anyway for that. They barbecued. It was really nice. It was good. Anyway, so I'm gonna, as I said, I'm going to read the Dragon book for my spinner of Serious About Series, so that at least I'm making progress in one of my series. And we will see what I pick up for audio after that. We will see. And then after I finish What a Dragon Should Know, I will probably spin the wheel again for my physical read. I don't know, my audiobooks are kind of just all over the place right now, so we'll see what I get done. Okay guys, so it is Wednesday afternoon. I just got home from work. I did, Bad Amy, buy a coffee. I went to Black Rock. So I tried one I hadn't tried before, mint chip, which is good. It's not my favorite. I like the caramel blondie, I think is the one I like the most. But I keep trying other ones just to see if I like them. Anyway, so I just wanted to do a quick update because I'm not sure I'll update later tonight because I am 200 pages from the end of What a Dragon Should Know by G.A. Aiken. So I'm hoping to make, so I'm still quite a ways away. So I don't know if I'm going to finish this tonight. If I do, I won't be watching a lot of TV. I'll be mostly reading. So I don't know if I feel like that tonight. I'm just kind of blah. Anyway, so I do want to do that. So what I'm going to do that if maybe at the end of the night, if I'm close, and if I get to where I'm like 50 pages, well, if I get to my bedtime and I'm 50 pages from the end, I'm staying up to finish it. I mean, unless I'm really tired. And if I'm not, I'm going to stay and read it. But at that point, when I make that decision, that if I'm going to finish it or not, if I decide if I didn't read enough of it, but I probably will need another book for tomorrow. I think, I don't know. Well, I might spin the wheel tonight, later this evening, if I feel like I'm going to get close enough to, I need a book tomorrow. Audiobook wise, I did not read anything this morning. I just listened to music on the way to work. I got into the car and I was like, I don't really feel like an audiobook. But right now on deck is Wolf Song by TJ Klune. I took the dust jacket off. Anyway, so I've had that for a while that I bought off of eBay, and I just I need to read it, and I have the audiobook I got on the big Audible sale back in June. So I'm going to try to listen to that maybe, or that'll be my next physical read. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I haven't really started that. I read the first chapter. That was it yesterday, just to kind of test it. So we'll see. I'm probably going to read that. I don't know a lot about that. But this is just fun, dragon fun. So I want to read this and see what happens, because things are starting to get... well, the main couple is starting to get together, but then everything's starting to fall apart around them, and it's just chaos. And I love G.A. Aiken or Shelley Lawrence's humor. Just hilarious. I'm laughing the whole time. So anyway, I'm going to try to read as much of this as I can tonight. So anyway, I just thought I'd give an update in case I don't come back today. I don't know. Hopefully I'll come back into the spinner wheel at the end of the night, but we will see. It might not be till tomorrow morning. So anyway, that's my check-in. Hey guys, so it's 10:15 and I finished What a Dragon Should Know by G.A. Aiken. So I did finish before bedtime. Well, I mean, bedtime's technically 10, but I go upstairs but I stayed and finished it because I was so close. It was a really fast read. These read pretty fast, even though this was 460 pages overall. I really enjoyed this. Again, this is the book 3 in the Dragonkin series, and I just loved the characters in here. Again, each book builds, so it's not one you can read out of order because so many things happen in one book, and we just get to know more people, and you know, it kind of builds. As I said, it's very much a cast fantasy romance. I really enjoy these dragon shifters. And again, these are just crazy funny, like they're laugh out loud funny because they're just ridiculous, and then it's also super bloody and brutal but in a funny way. I really enjoyed this one. Again, this is book 3, so I will be continuing on in the series. There's 9 books total, I believe, so I have them all because I bought them last year because I was going to read the series at some point, so now I'm going to read that. But I finished! Yay! So really quickly before bed, I'm going to see if I can pull this up. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. We're going to try. Okay, hold on. Let me move the phone around. Sorry. So, wait, let's get this, I guess. I got to open. Oops. Sorry. I need to open this thing. So, we're going to try to do this. So, how am I going to do this? Oh, I don't know if my fingers can reach that far. Well, let's try to get close, and we're going to spin the wheel. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, look. There we go. Oh, already started. So, this is definitely one. I've started a lot of books recently. So, there's a lot to choose from of books that I have started previously. So, well, we'll decide tomorrow morning what I feel like. I might go. I have a couple books that are sitting here that I could do. We'll see how I feel in the morning. Because I have one that's another fantasy romance. I have an urban fantasy that's funny. Well, and then I have murder mystery. I have a lot of stuff that's sitting around. So we'll see how I feel in the morning. So we'll check in then. But already started. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, check in later. Hey guys, so it is Thursday morning. I'm at work. I just got here. It's not awake. I mean, I didn't stay up that late for the end of that book, but I'm exhausted. Anyway, so just to show what I brought, because I'm not sure what I feel like, I think I'm leaning towards Small Miracles by Olivia Atwater due to the fact I started this on ebook, but there are footnotes in here, and it was hard for me to read it on ebook. So this run the SBFBO 8 round. So it's how about some angels and they're making a deal to try to tempt somebody to do something. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. It was funny when I read. And then I also brought A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa. So I might feel like this. I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards Small Miracles. So we'll see what happens. I don't think I feel like an audiobook again today. I didn't listen to anything on the way here. I just need another break. I do that where I read a couple days with an audiobook and then sometimes I just need a break. So anyway, I'm going to go into work and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure Small Miracles is what I'm going to read. I have to restart it because I don't remember enough. I started it in May. So, oh, well, there's that. Hey guys, so it is now Thursday evening. I did read about 100 pages, almost 100 pages, about 96 pages in Small Miracles by Olivia Atwater. So I am enjoying this, but there are a couple of things that are bothering me. The way that this is written, there's a lot of lying, which is always a problem for me, like manipulation and lying. But it's for the premise is like in there. So I knew that going in. I just, I get tired of it. So I'm going to put this down for a little bit. I still want to read this. It's not going in the way I thought it would at all. I knew that there was grief involved in this, but I didn't know how that was going to relate to stuff going on in here. And I'm not sure how I feel about it yet because of the direction it's going. But again, I'm only a third in, so I still have quite a ways. But I'm going to take a break from that. I have started a little bit more of A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa, which is book 2 in the Bargainer series. So I'm about 100 pages in this one as well, but I'm going to continue on with this tonight. So I don't think I'm going to finish anything tonight. I just wanted to mention that I did make progress on both of these, and both of these are books that I'd started previously. Small Miracles back in May, and A Strange Hymn, I believe, in the end of June. So anyway, I figure if I'm making progress, that's good. We'll see if I can finish one of them. Maybe both of them. We'll see how it goes. Hey guys, so it is Friday night. It's about 7 o'clock. I need to eat something. I haven't eaten yet, but I finished A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa, so I read quite a bit of this last night, and I read a little bit of this today, and then when I got home. So I finished this out. This is book 2 in the Bargainer series, I believe I've said. I really enjoyed this. It definitely went in directions I didn't expect. I mean, I knew there would be twists because, or things happened that I didn't know about because I'd only read book 1. So I knew that this is a 4-book series. The 3rd book is pretty small, I think, compared to the other ones, but I still, I really enjoyed this. I was actually glad I was sad that I had set it down the first time, but again, my brain was thinking about other things that I had to read, that I put it down, and then I'm glad I picked it up yesterday and got back into this. So I'm really glad to be back in this series again. It's a fantasy romance, and we're following Callie, who in the human world, you know, is also a siren, and she works as kind of a PI, as a PI and stuff. And in the first book, we get her backstory and intermixed with what is happening in her modern day, and things go not what she expects from things that happened in her past to because the bargainers come back into her life in the present. And then this is carrying on from there, so I can't say anything about this unless you've read that one. But I really enjoyed this overall. There was one point at, I don't know, about almost 300 pages in, so about 3/4 of the way through, there was one point where I had to set the book down because I was just annoyed a little bit with something that happened. I mean, it made sense once I set my book down and go, okay, wait. Okay, I see why that happened. Still was a little annoyed, though. I felt like the main character did something that was, not that it was against her character. That's not what I'm going to say, because that does happen a lot, and that does bother me in certain books, like other books I've read. But this one, it was more like I felt like she was going to get tricked, and because they were playing off of things that would upset her, and I thought she was playing into that, and it kind of was, because this is the Fae. Anyway, so I didn't like that so much, but again, it worked out. It's fine. A couple pages later, I was okay, and it worked out. So anyway, so I finished that. I did start an audiobook. Well, I started out on ebook. When I set that book down at work at lunchtime, I was like, well, what am I going to read? So I am reading another book, which I will have to tell you about later, because I forgot to save it. But it's a Women in Translation book that I've been meaning to read for quite a while. So I will, it's called The Queue, but I don't remember the author's name or anything. So, but anyway, I will talk more about that later. So, I'm going to do the spinner wheel, because if I hadn't started something for Women in Translation, I was just going to pick, my next physical book would have been Women in Translation. But since I picked an audiobook, I own the ebook. I bought the ebook a couple of months ago for Women in Translation. I completely forgot about it. And then I was going through my Kindle to find something to read today. And I found that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Women in Translation. I should really read that. And then, what was I saying? Then, but then I saw that my library had the audiobook, so I got the audiobook. So I switched over after I read the first 10% physically, or digitally on my phone, and then I switched to audiobook, and got about almost 40%, not quite. So anyway, it's not a very long book, but anyway. So, okay, so we're going to do the spinner here. I talk so much. So we will see what I'm going to read tonight and tomorrow. Anyway, let's see what happens. Oh, I did add one extra part to the spinner wheel. I did put backlist in here, so anyway, just so you know. But here we go. Oh, I get to read one of my Barnes & Noble books. So again, I put on here Barnes & Noble, the buy one get one free, or get one half off, because I bought a lot of those over this last year since I got a membership for the first time. in decades. Anyway, so we will see what I pick. So I have to go through the list. Oh, I do have a spinner wheel for that. Oh, I forgot about that. Hold on. Let's just go to that. Now I might not read this one. So this is just if I feel like it. Because I have plenty of them that I probably feel like reading. But we'll see. But we'll just spin all the Barnes & Noble books I bought this year so far. And see what pops up. Oh, Mortal... Is it Foils? Faubles? I don't remember how you say that word. I don't even know if I spelled it right. Anyway, I will go find that. Maybe I'll read that. We'll see. Okay, so I think it's Mortal Follies? I'm not sure how this word is. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, I don't know why it's throwing me off. By Alexis Hall. So I know this author wrote Boyfriend Material, which I've not read anything else by this author. So anyway, this one I picked up at Barnes & Noble last month. I think so. Last month, I think I bought quite a bit from Barnes & Noble. So this was one of them, I think. So this is a new release, and this has to do in 1814. This Miss Michelmore has some kind of curse that keeps wrecking everything that she tries to do. And I think she tries to get help from an enchantress who is known as the Duke of Annandale, who is actually Lady Georgiana Landrake. So, and she has things said about her, about maybe that she killed off her family to inherit or something. Anyway, I'm not sure beyond that. So there's magic, 1814, Regency, Sapphic, looks fun. So I might try this tonight. We'll see what happens. I might give it a go. I don't think I was planning on reading it this week, but anyway, that'll be we'll try this. So just a little sneak preview again of my tracker. I worked on it again Saturday morning, almost Saturday afternoon. Anyway, I just went grocery shopping today and haven't read anything, but I did play with the colors to insert in series. Again, these are just the ongoing ones. So I went through and I didn't go I put 2020 and below kind of thing in red, so that means I've read it. I started that series a while ago, and the greens are this year, yellows are last year, and oranges are 2021. So again, there's some that have series where I'm pretty far into them and I'm just missing a few, or I'm getting back into them, either or. What was that one that had a blank? Anyway, Oh, that's right. That's Sean McGuire one I need to find. Anyway, so as I said, there's some of them that, so it's not too many. Again, this is not all my series. This is just the ones that I've touched so far this year. So all of these have at least, they either have a green one on here, but some of them are like this one where I've reread this book. So I still have it as my first read was pre-2021. So, but I've not continued that series. I meant to. But anyway, most of these are, if they have red, but you'll see that there's green later, or I'm in the middle of a reread. So this is another series I'm rereading. So there's like certain ones that are all reds, but I've been on there. Anyway, that's kind of just an update. I don't know. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do on here, but I might just keep adding lists as I touch them, or I might have to start going through my bookshelves and just pulling series that I know I'm in the middle of that I've kind of lost track of, which is probably what I'm going to do. But anyway, that's an update for now. Okay, so it's almost 4 o'clock on Saturday, and I've been trying to read, and I don't want to read this. I don't know. So I made it 90 pages into Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It has a weird narration style, which again is kind of a gimmick in it, where somebody's telling us the story, and he's kind of mythical, and so he's able to go places he's not able to go to tell this story anyway. So there's this kind of weird element to it, which is fine. That part, it's a weird choice, but I see why I mean, it's not, I don't hate it. That's not what I mean. But the more I read this story, the more I'm just like, meh, I don't know. I don't like it enough. I don't know. I don't know if it's just not moving fast enough. There's a lot of talking. I mean, there are a few things that happen. Again, we have, Maris, I think. I don't know how she says her name. Malis, maybe. Again, she is cursed by something. We don't know yet what. And certain things have happened to her. Like the very first scene we see with her is her dress pretty much disintegrated at a ball. And, the woman who is ostracized by the other people. I mean, she's still invited to things, but, you know, they talk behind her back because her brothers and her father passed away in very odd ways. And so she's looked down on. Again, that's the one they call it the Duke of Annandale, sorry. But it's Lady Georgiana. Anyway, and so she comes to Malis's rescue, and then, but she's also suspected of being who's done it. So there's an interaction between them, but I mean, it's early. There's not much. As I said, I've only read not even a quarter, almost a quarter. But I'm not sure I care. Which is kind of disappointing because I bought this just last month. I think I'm going to set it down for now. Maybe it's just not the day for this. Maybe I've been reading some other series that I really want to continue. And this one actually, it's not listed as a series, but it has a feeling of there could be a series because of some of the characters who are a cousin and a friend of the main character. I just feel like this story might continue because of the way the narrator is in this. So I don't know. I'm just not sure. I don't know if I should have picked this one up, but I mean, I did the spinner wheel, so I tried it. I don't think it's bad writing. I don't think it's bad in any way. I just don't feel like reading this. So I'm going to put this down for now. Unfortunately, I got one book off my currently reading and I just put another one back on. I did, because I don't know what I'm going to read next. I'm just going to mention, oops, as I clicked on the wrong button, sorry. Hold on. I did want to mention, this is the audiobook that I'm listening to right now for Women in Translation, which is Bassa Abdel Aziz, The Q. So this is translated from the Arabic by Elizabeth. Oh, no, I lost her name. I can't remember. I will try to look that up again. Anyway, so this is weird. It's kind of speculative fiction about a town where a gate has arrived that changes the political scene of the country, or definitely this city at least. And it's all the people who are waiting in line to get through the gate to talk to somebody in charge, to get something changed or to get permission for something. And so there's all these different people in line for that. And so I have read a book kind of like this, but it was Russian, also called The Q, which is kind of funny. But this is more recent, written in 2012 and then translated into English in 2016, I believe. So I've seen this around and I've been wanting to read it. And again, I bought the ebook either last year or earlier this year. I don't know. I couldn't find it on my list, so I must have bought it last year. But again, I found the audiobook from my library. So it is kind of weird. So I'm about, as I said, I'm about 40% of the way through. So I'm hoping to finish this probably not till next week. But I did want to mention that's currently my audiobook right now. So another currently reading. I'm not doing so hot. let's just be honest. I'm not doing so hot on my reading. So now we're gonna come back to my spinner wheel because again I don't want to read Mortal Follies. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So anyway, we're just gonna spin and see what my next maybe topic might be. And it's a backlist or a TBR vet. So something's been on my TBR for a while. Okay. Boy, that wasn't what I was hoping to get. I never get what I want. I don't know what I want. Let me think about this. Maybe I might pick something else that's in a series I'm currently up to that I've just bought the book for. And then maybe this one will be for next week. So I do want to read backlist books. I have so many. But right this minute, what's calling me is sequels to stuff I've just read in the last week. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'll check back in again. Yep, I'm gonna have to go get another glass for my drink because look, I turned my back for a second and there he is. Ugh, Truman. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna have to get another glass of soda because my Truman put his whole head into the glass. Anyway, so I did pick Blackfish City by Sam J. Miller to try, and I'm DNFing this. I don't think this book is for me. I like dystopians, but this one just didn't call to me. I got only 25 pages in, but sometimes I don't want to read it. So I might soft DNF it and put it back on my shelf and try another day. This follows a city up in the Arctic, and it's one of, there's not very many places in the world still active. Because I'm sure I don't know if the waters have risen or whatever, but this is a place where there's people who are really rich in certain parts of the city and other ones who are really, really poor. And we follow several people who are in the poorer section, who don't have great lives. And so it's very depressing. And on this day, a woman arrives, or had arrived earlier, that came with an orca by her boat, and then so that was kind of different. And then also had a polar bear chained on the boat, and then we don't know what happens to her. Nobody knows where she went after she got to the city. So I know she has something to do with things that are going to change in the future for these people, but I don't know. I just didn't care. So as I said, I'm going to put it back on my shelf with the other 23 in 2023 that I have on my top shelf up here. And maybe I'll try it again some other day, but 25 pages into it, I was just like, I just don't care and I don't want to read it. So I'm going to pick something else. I don't think I'm going to pick another backlist book right now. I am really drawn to the the next book in series that I've read in the last week or two. So I think I'm going to pick up one of those. I have two of them that I'm staring at that I really, 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 really want to read. So, I'm not sure. We'll see. My mood is all over the place. This is not a good reading day. Not a way to end the week either. But we'll see what I actually pick out. Anyway, that's my update. Okay, guys, so, I keep changing my mind. I think because I don't know what I want to read. I did think about those other books, and I might still pick up one later tonight. But I have decided to finish a book that I've previously started that I'm going to try to read as fast as possible because I'm not really, really enjoying it. And that's the last book of the Peculiar Taste series, the Kickstarter series I took part in last year. So technically this is backlist because this is from last year and I hadn't read it. Maybe. The Fae Queen's Captive by Sierra Simone. So this is it's a Fae story. Sorry, he's going for my ponytail. And it's one of those things where the tropes in here are not my favorite, because the main character, wants more and more and more, and anyway, but I only have like 100 pages left of that. I am reading it on my Kindle due to the fact that I don't want to mess up those nice copies that I got in the Kickstarter. So I'm going to read that, and then or I think I'm gonna read that tonight, between now and after. Oh gosh, the cat they can't leave me alone. Anyway, they're knocking things off my thing. What was I saying? Who knows? I'm gonna hopefully read the 100 pages that I have left well, a little bit less than 100 now since I've read about 15 pages. So I'm gonna try to get that done tonight, and then maybe I'll pick something else. Maybe I'll spin the wheel again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, actually, I'll probably, if I finish this, that'll probably be the end of the vlog for this week, because I need to upload it and then schedule it. So, and again, this is the first week, so this has been all over the place. I don't even know how this is going. You guys are gonna have to tell me what I need to change, or maybe, I mean, don't be mean about it, but just say what you want more of and less of. I don't know. I'm sure you want more of the cats. I didn't do enough of the cats, even though they're bringing a Dorks and they just knocked. I gotta go figure out what he knocked over. It was a pill, a bottle, but I think it was empty. I think it was my Advil or something. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna continue reading this for a little bit. Then I'm gonna have my pizza. French bread pizza from Winco, so I'm going to make that cat. I'm gonna Cooper's being a jerk because I'm talking and not to him. So anyway, so I'm gonna do the Fae, the Shadow Market Fae story, the last one in that Kickstarter. So it's urban fantasy or paranormal romance with the Fae Queen, obviously, and somebody who got kidnapped on Halloween. Anyway, I'm not doing very, I'm getting tired. Okay, so it's 9:30 and I finally finished the Fae Queen's Captive by Sierra Simone. So, this was not a favorite. I think this is my, not the worst in the series for me. I mean, it was still written well and very good sexy times. It's just a Fae story that there were some things that I didn't like about it, but I liked the romance overall. It's a female or a sapphic romance, and I did like that. I did like parts of this. There was some cool lore stuff, and how it ended, or how the things were resolved in the end was good. I think that made kind of sense. It was a hard read. There were certain parts of it that were I don't know what I expected. It didn't go the way I thought it would, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I finished it. I finally finished it. So I finished all the Peculiar Taste novellas now, so the series is complete for me. Anyway, this one was just hard. Maybe because I'd read so many in a row, I just couldn't finish this one last week or the week before. Anyway, so this is the last thing I'm finishing for this vlog. I'm going to try to upload this and get it posted for tomorrow. So we'll see if we can do that. So I'm not gonna go gather all the books because that would just take time, and this video is super long. So just a real quick recap is I did finish 5 things. I finished The Keeper of Enchanted Rooms, The Orphans of Raspe, I think. What a Dragon Should Know, A Strange Hymn, and the Fae Queen's Captive. I did also DNF several things or put them aside to try again. I DNF'd The Night Circus for sure, and I put aside Small Miracles and Mortal Follies. I'm still not, I'm hoping to get back to those, but I just didn't feel like them. And then, Blackfish City, I'm going to try again in a couple months maybe, and maybe I'll be in a different mood and that'll work. That one's a very soft, I didn't count the pages. There wasn't very much to count. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, or at least it's a try for a weekly vlog. It's really long, so I'm not sure how I'm going to handle next week. So again, if you guys have anything that you want me to streamline, again, be nice. But if there's something I should do differently, let me know. Or if you really like the really long ones, because this is just me. I like to talk on this a lot. Anyway, let me know. I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. I will start the vlog tomorrow morning. I will do the spinner wheel tomorrow, because I'm not going to read any more tonight, because it's 9:30. And I've had a really weird reading day. So I think I'm just going to watch BookTube. Watch other people's TBRs, maybe be inspired to pick up something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I will check back in with you guys. Yeah, anyway, next week. So anyway, I do have in my description box, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's usually where I'm posting what books I actually do finish. In case you want to, no worries. Just in case. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll see what happens next week. Bye.